That's good. Happy to see all of them. Nice. Yes. Let us start with prayer. We will chant Omkara 3 times together. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Parampara. Vande Guru Parampara. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho Shankara. Today we are going to start Narada Bhakti Sutras. First, let us know what is the meaning of Narada Bhakti Sutras. This is devotional text. Narada means Naram Dadati iti Naradaha. One who gives knowledge is called Narada. Bhakti means devotion. Simple term, simple word. Technically, if we see, Bhajanam Nama Bhakti. Bhaja means Bhaja Sevayam, it is said. Bhaj Dhatu, it has so many meanings. One meaning of it is worshipping, worship. Another meaning is Seva, service, serving Bhagwan. Bhakti is Rasa Swarupa. Narada Bhakti Sutras. Sutra also it has technical meaning. We will see afterwards. First, we will focus on what is Bhakti. The continuous thought flow of love towards Bhagwan or towards higher altar is called devotion. Please, you can remember, after this session, I think we are having question and answer session also is there. So that time you can ask questions and I also can ask questions based on this session only. Okay. So what is the devotion? Means the continuous thought flow of love towards higher altar is called devotion. Why here it is said the continuous thought flow of love towards higher altar? Because all of us, we are having love in our heart. All of us, we are experiencing this love. We are feeling. We are loving others and loved by others. Yes. But here, when it comes to bhakti term, devotion, it is not just ordinary kind of love. This is divine love, and this love towards what? Towards Bhagwan or worldly kind of things. Based on what it is said, devotion. It is said, if our love towards worldly kind of things or beings, we can say inferior kind of things or lower kind of things, that is called ordinary kind of love, and we can use one more word, attachment. If we are having extreme love towards someone, it is called raga, attachment. But same thought flow of love we are having towards country, that is called desha bhakti. If we are having that love towards guru, that is called guru bhakti. It is not attachment, it is not called as raga. I hope you are able to understand this difference between having love towards worldly kind of things or inferior kind of things, and having the same love towards higher altar. So when we have supreme love towards Bhagwan, is called Daiva Bhakti. In this Narada Bhakti Sutras, this text, we are going to discuss and we are going to know what is the devotion, what is the Parama Prema, what is the Parama Bhakti, how we can cultivate devotion. And one more thing also here, few people, they will be having this doubt, by birth we will get the devotion or can we cultivate? We will see answer in this text. And what are the characteristics of devotee? When we are having supreme love towards Bhagwan, and when we are progressing in the path of devotion, how we will come to know whether we are going to reach our goal or not, where exactly we are, because this bhakti also is called Shastra. This is also one kind of science. This is philosophy. Some people, they will be thinking bhakti, devotion means having one Bhagwan's altar and offering flowers, fruits, dhupa, deepa, naivedya, etc. and visiting temples, doing parayana, means chanting. All these things considered as bhakti. Okay, this is also bhakti, but all these things are means to develop devotion. Means itself will never become the goal. So we have to understand why we are doing all these things and what is the exact devotion. So in this Narada Bhakti Sutras, Narada Maharshi explaining about what is devotion, what are the characteristics of devotee, how we can cultivate cultivate and develop the devotion. And when we are following the path of devotion, what kind of obstacles may arise and how we can overcome them. And most important thing, what is the benefit, what is the prayojana of having devotion towards Bhagavan. Because many people will be asking, as worldly people generally, they are asking like this: if we are having bhakti, listening all these scriptures, attending satsang, what is the use of it? What is the benefit? From their level, from their standpoint, what they are asking also is correct, because it is said in our Shastra only, prayojanam anuddisya mandopina pravartate. Without getting any benefit, even dull person also will not do anything. So, in this text, Narada Maharshi expounded beautifully. When we are having devotion, what we will get? So, all these things we are going to see in this text. And before entering into the sutras, we have to know about Narada Maharshi. Generally, we will be thinking, yes, we know about Narada Maharshi. Whenever we say Narada Maharshi means Narayana, Narayana. Wherever we see in Purana Itihasas, Narada Maharshi's character will be there. But really, who he is, before becoming Narada Maharshi, what was his previous birth, and how he became ardent devotee of Bhagavan. So it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam and Vishnu Purana also, Narada Maharshi, he was Gandharva in his earlier life, previous life, celestial being. So once when they were attending one grand kind of function arranged for all devatas, rishi, munis, etc. That time, these Gandharvas, all celestial beings and apsaras, all of them also invited to sing the glory of Bhagavan. When all of them, they were doing that, this Narada Maharshi's mind suddenly distracted, and he could not focus on singing the glory of Bhagavan. This is noticed by Brahmaji, and immediately he got angry with that Gandharva, and he cursed him. May you take birth in the Bhuloka, in our world. May you born as Dasi Putra, son of servanthood. So because of that curse, that Gandharva came to our Bhuloka. He was born as Dasi Putra. But fortunately, where he was there, to that family, to that home, great Mahatmas, they have come for Chaturmasya Diksha. You might have heard this term Chaturmasya Diksha means in rainy season, great Mahatmas, they will be staying at one place and doing sadhanas. So, when those Mahatmas, they have reached to that home, this little boy, around 5 or 6 years old boy, he was so much interested in all kind of sadhanas. He used to go near to those Mahatmas, and he used to serve them. He used to bring fruits for them and flowers, etc. And having seen such kind of little boy and his Shraddha and Seva Bhava, those Mahatmas, they felt so happy and allowed him to attend the satsangs. And not only that, when they were leaving that house, they blessed that little boy and imparted great knowledge about Bhagavan, even though he's having 5 or 6 years. but he could understand the glory of Bhagwan. So those Mahatmas, they initiated him into mantra diksha. After few days, when they have left that house, that boy's mother bitten by a snake and gave up the body. This little boy, he went to forest, he entered into forest and started meditating upon Bhagwan. He got the vision of Bhagwan, but within few moments only, it suddenly disappeared. That boy was weeping and crying again and again. He wants to behold that enchanting form of Bhagwan, but he could not get that darshan again. So that time he heard one kind of celestial voice of Bhagwan. He said, "My dear little boy, now you cannot see, you cannot behold again my form, because still you have to exhaust your vasanas. Means you have taken birth in this world because of the curse. So you have to go through all these kind of experiences in this world. Because of the greatness and grace, blessings of Mahatmas, you could get my darshan. So after giving up this body, you will take another birth. You are going to born as Brahmaputra, Brahmaji's son. Then you will become my ardent devotee." So like this, Narada Maharshi, when he was born as Dasiputra, he has gone through all experiences in this world and he gave up his body. That a jiva, that individual being, entered into Brahmaji. So in next kalpa, kalpa means that cycle of creation, he was born as Manasaputra of Brahmaji, mind-born son of Brahmaji. So he became Narada Maharshi, Devarshi, Devana Rishi. And Bhagwan Narayan Bhagwan, he blessed him with devotion. And it is said Narada Maharshi, one who invented the perfect musical instrument, Veena. I heard somewhere it is invented by Narada Maharshi only. You would have seen always Narada Maharshi holding that Veena. That Veena's name is Mahati. By the way, I'm talking about Veena. I am also learning Veena by God's grace. So, this Narada Maharshi, when he became the great devotee of Narayan Bhagwan, he also blessed by Bhagwan. Wherever he wants to go, he can. That's why Narada Maharshi is called Triloka Sanchari. He will be wandering in 3 worlds. Not only 3 worlds, we can say 14 worlds. But generally, people will be having thought about Narada Maharshi. It's wherever he goes, he will become the cause of quarrel between two persons. Wherever he goes, he will create some problem like that. But it's not correct. It's not correct kind of perception. In fact, Narada Maharshi, one who is really, sincerely, not only in earlier kalpas, in earlier what you call yugas, even now also, he is the great master of devotion, one who is cultivating devotion in the hearts of people. He is a great missionary, we can say. It is said, Gruhe Gruhe, In each and every house, jene jene, in every person's heart, I will establish devotion, it is said. And Narada Maharshi, one who helped so many devotees to overcome so many obstacles in their pursuit of higher goal. He blessed Dhruva, he blessed Prahlada. Because of him only, we can say, he only inspired Valmiki Maharshi to write Ramayana. And he is the one who inspired our Veda Vyasa Maharshi to compose the wonderful, beautiful, devotional Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam. After composed so many things, after even classified these 4 Vedas, and he wrote Brahma Sutras also, Veda Vyasa Maharshi, and Mahabharata, Itihasa. But still he was not feeling completely satisfied. So at the time, Narad Maharshi approached Veda Vyasji and asked him, your life is fulfilled, you have done so much, you served a lot to the human kind, human beings, you served a lot, but still, why you are worrying? Then he said, yes, something is lacking in my life. Yes, I'm not feeling completely satisfied. Something else is there to be done. So at the time, Narad Maharshi, he said, you have to dedicate your grantha, one text, exclusively to sing the glory of Bhagavan. So because of that only, Srimad Bhagavatam came into existence. So after listening all these things, our total idea about Narada Maharshi will be changed. Yes. Generally, just whenever we listen the word Narada Maharshi, one who will be wandering everywhere and just like that, Narayana, he'll be always singing Bhagavan's name, that much. But he's the one wonderful master, showing the wonderful path to all devotees. Why Narada Maharshi will be wandering all the time? Why he cannot stay at one place? It is said in Bhagavatam, those who have heard the stories of Bhagavatam might have known this. Daksha Prajapati, when he was blessed with thousands of children, around 10,000 children, in those days, because of wounds, they used to get frozen a lot. He told, all of you can go and perform penance, tapas, you can do, so that you will become great householders, you will get good prosperity. So all of them very obedient to their father, and all of them, they went and started doing tapas in the forest. So Narada Maharshi, he went there and he saw all of them. All of them are very, what you call, dispassionate, and they are having wonderful discriminating power. Vivek Shakti is there. So Narada Maharshi, he done, these people are qualified students to attain supreme goal of life, moksha. So he initiated all of them into the path of spirituality. He started saying this, all of you came here to do this tapas only for the worldly kind of things. All those things are not going to give permanent happiness. A higher goal is there. You should know that. Like that, when he was saying, all of them started thinking how we came into existence. What is the source of everything? So they started thinking about supreme truth. All of them, they left everything and they became sannyasis. When Daksha Prajapati, he came to know about this, he was so much upset and he thought, thousands of children, just like that, they left everything and they have gone. They didn't come back to see even parents also. What kind of thing done by this Narada Maharshi? Anyway, he thought, again I can pray my father, means Brahmaji. Again, he was blessed with thousands of children. Again, all of them, when they have grown up, they have gone to do the tapas. Again, Narada Maharshi, he went there and he said, all your brothers, they did wonderful thing. You also have to follow the same path so that you will get that eternal happiness. All of them also, they left everything, renounced everything and became sannyasis. Narada Maharshi felt so happy. I could do something good. But when Daksha Prajapati, he came to know about this, he was so angry with Narada Maharshi. Narada Maharshi, he thought Daksha Prajapati will be very happy because all his children became great Mahatmas like that. But when Narada Maharshi, he went to see that Daksha Prajapati, instead of inviting him, instead of appreciating him, Daksha Prajapati started criticizing him. What kind of thing done by you? You see, you cannot understand the difficulties of householder. Anyway, you are following that path. Why you have spoiled all my children also? Many grihasthas will be thinking like this sometimes. When youngsters, they will be coming to ashrams and attending satsangs, they will be thinking this, what will happen to them? They will give up everything and they also will go like them. See, this is one kind of wonder we can say. When great Mahatmas are there, we will do namaskar. They are so great. How they could renounce everything and they are following wonderful kind of path like that. But if we ask, can you send your daughter or son to follow this path? Let them become sannyasis. No. Fear will be there. So Daksha Prajapati's condition also same like that only, even though he also studied scriptures, etc. But when he experiences such kind of thing, he could not tolerate that. And that time he cursed Narada Maharshi, because of you only all these things happened. I lost all my sons. So now onwards, may you not stay at any place long period of time. Because if you stay at one place long period of time, you will convert many people into sannyas. They will become sannyasis. They will renounce everything. So this is my curse. He said like that. That's why Narada Maharshi, he will not stay at one place long period of time. He will be wandering place to place. But when he heard such kind of words from the Daksha Prajapati, he felt in his mind very happy. He did not take serious, because he thought, if I will stay at one place, I can impart this knowledge to few people only. If I will be wandering, going to many places, then I can impart this knowledge to many people. They will get this jnana and bhakti. See, this is the positive way of thinking. In our life also, if someone is criticizing us, sometimes people curse us also. Yes, we have to take it as opportunity for our growth. So this is the simple story about Narada Maharshi. When we study this Narada Bhakti Sutras, this text, we will come to know the greatness and depth of his heart and his great devotion towards Bhagavan. Each and every sutra, so very nice, so beautiful. Definitely after listening Narada Bhakti Sutras, our way of thinking will be changed and our heart will be filled with love for Bhagwan. We will experience true devotion, true love for Bhagwan. That is the glory and greatness of this text, Narada Bhakti Sutras. Narada means one who gives knowledge. Naram dadaditi Naradaha. Bhakti means the continuous thought flow of love towards Bhagwan. Higher altar is called devotion. And Sutra means aphorism. What is this aphorism? What is Sutra? Technically, it is defined. Sutra means that which is having 6 qualities is called Sutra. If you want, just you can note it. Alpaksharamasandigdham saravat vishwato mukham astobhamanavadyam cha sutram sutravido viduhu. Those who know how to compose the sutra, they know this. What is the sutra? These are the 6 qualities. Number 1 is alpaksharam. Some places it is said swalpa aksharam also. Alpaksharam means having very what you call few letters in short form. It's not big kind of statement or sentence, just having few words. Alpaksharam. Asandigdham means without any ambiguity, without any doubt. No sandigdha means accurate, very apt, perfect, very clear, we can say. Asandigdha. Alpaksharam, asandigdham, saravat. In its essential nature, it will be explained. Saravat means essential kind of thing. See, when we are speaking also, sometimes we'll come across all these kind of things. Some places we have to elaborately explain, and some places it should be in short form, in brief. And in brief also, when we are explaining, that should be essential and clear also. And one more quality of this sutra is Vishwato Mukham. Even though it is in short form, having few words, but it will be having wonderful kind of inner meanings. Vishwato Mukham means, we can say, multifaceted. From so many angles and from so many standpoints, when we reflect upon this sutra, we will come to know the meanings. This is called Vishwato Mukha. And next quality is Astobham. Astobham means in sutra, unnecessary kind of words will not be used. Because generally, when we will be studying scriptures, in slokas, cha, why, he, etc., this kind of Sanskrit words will be used to complete that verse, that sloka. But when it comes to the sutra, even single letter also will not be used unnecessarily. Astobham. And last one is Anavadyam. Anavadyam means free from errors, no grammatical mistakes, and artha, meaning also will be perfect. And Anavadyam means unobstructive. We cannot negate that. So sutra will be very logical, short in form. Even though it is having few letters, it communicates a lot of meaning, inner meaning, and it will be essential in the nature, free from all kinds of errors. And unnecessary words will not be used. This is called sutra. Few of you are very seniors. You might have heard Brahma Sutras. Jaimini Sutras, Shandilya Bhakti Sutras. So in good olden days, they used to teach in Gurukulas, masters, just they utter that word, student, disciples, they used to listen and they have to grasp it. So in those days, they didn't have books and pens, all these things. So it is called Karna Parampara. Karna Parampara, when Master Guru, he is imparting that knowledge, disciples, they will be listening and then and there they used to by heart. They used to memorize. So when it is there in sutra form, it is very easy to remember. And afterwards they can do manana, easy to reflect. So sutra is a wonderful thing. It's communicating inner meanings in short form, aphorisms. And another meaning of sutra is, in Bhagavad Gita, you might have heard this one, Sutre Manigana Iva. Yes. So sutra means connecting thread, string. So this sutra, here Bhakti Sutras, we can say having beautiful flowers. That thread will not be seen, but that is the one which is connecting everything, putting together everything. So this is wonderful kind of making like garland, sutra form. Now we are going to enter into the Bhakti Sutras, Narada Bhakti Sutras. This is introduction about, just now we have seen introduction about this Narada Bhakti Sutras. I know all of means few of you beginners, you completed Bhaja Govindam text. But I hope you can understand. And when we are going to study these sutras, it will be very easy to understand, and we can connect with our day-to-day life also, and we can connect with our inner feelings, inner emotions towards Bhagavan. So first sutra, all of you, if you are having with you, you can repeat after me. Athato, I will repeat twice. Okay, first time you can listen, second time along with me you also can chant, please. Athato, athato, bhaktim vyakhyasyamaha, bhaktim vyakhyasyamaha. Once again. Athato bhaktim vyakhyasyamaha, athato bhaktim vyakhyasyamaha. Even when we are uttering the Sanskrit words, it purifies our vak. Our speech will be purified and we will get vak shakti also. Athato bhaktim vyakhyasyamaha. When we break this word, athato, atha plus ataha. Yes. So atha means now, one meaning. Another meaning of atha is then, means afterwards. And another meaning of atha is, it is considered, it is called Mangalakara Shabda. Mangala Vachika means very auspicious sound. It is said when Brahmaji, creator, he wanted to create this universe. That time, in the beginning of that creation, he uttered two words. One is Om and another one is Atha. Om, Atha. These two are Mangalika Ubhav. These two Shabdas considered very auspicious in nature. And in Bhagavad Gita also, you might have seen, whenever the chapter begins, we chant Atha Prathamo Dhyayaha, Atha Dvitiyo Dhyayaha. Yes. So Atha means now, Atha means then, Atha is very auspicious word, auspicious sound. But here Atha means, what is the meaning? When we use Atha now, we are going to Atha, Ataha. Ataha means thereafter, means something else happened before then. Bhakti Vyakyasyamaha. Now we shall expound about devotion. This is the simple meaning of this sutra. So, what was the earlier of this one? Means when Ata, Ataha words used, before that, what was there? Generally, it is said in Brahma Sutras and when Jaimini Sutras also, it started with Atha word only. Atha ato Brahma Jignasa, Atha ato Karma Jignasa, like that. In Brahma Sutras, when it is used Atha ato Brahma Jignasa, means before studying this Brahma Sutras, that person, the student, should be qualified. He should have qualifications. In technical term, it is called Sadhana Chetustaya Sampanna Adhikari, one who is endowed with discriminative power, viveka, one who is having dispassion, etc., Shraddha, etc. So such kind of qualified student, then after having these qualities, then he can study this. But when it comes to this Bhakti Sutra here, Ataha, Bhakti Vyakyasyamaha means, here we cannot take exactly the same meaning. One who is having qualification, then only he can enter into the path of devotion, which we are going to explain. He can listen this, he can study this. It's not like that exactly, because it is said the path of devotion is very easy to follow, because each and every being having a feeling of love, that emotion is there in each and every one's heart. Yes. So when someone wants to follow the path of devotion, it is said by few masters, there is no need to have any kind of qualification. We can say this is special kind of privilege. Anyone just they can enter into the path of devotion. But when it comes to Brahmajnana, path of knowledge, before entering into that student should have these kind of qualities. Even wherever we go, if we want to join in any job, before that, what are your qualifications? Then generally people will ask. But here it is said, why Atha and Ataha is used? We can say, and in Guru Parampara also it is said, Narada Maharshi, he composed so many things about dharma, about upasanas, etc. So afterwards, then you can study this one. This meaning we can take. And some places it is said about this Atha word. So having love towards Bhagwan, that Bhakti Bhava, when that person is cultivated in his heart, then he can study these Bhakti Sutras. These sutras will help him more. This meaning also is possible. So, Athato Bhaktim, just now we have seen what is the meaning of Bhakti. The continuous thought flow of love towards Bhagwan is called Bhakti. Bhajanam Nama Bhakti, the feeling of supreme love towards Bhagwan. Bhaktim Vyakyasyamaha. Vyakyasyamaha means we shall expound. Why here it is used we, not I? Because Narada Maharshi is saying, no? So he would have used I. Why he used we? There is a reason. Because it is said, when Narada Maharshi, he was expounding about devotion, he was representing the Guru Parampara. there are also now also great Bhakti Acharyas, great Mahatmas, those who have personally experienced the supreme devotion towards Bhagavan, those who have got that Bhagavan's darshan, those who reveled in the devotion. So those Mahatmas, Guru Parampara, whatever they taught, and Bhakti Shastra also is there. So in that Guru Parampara, whatever Mahatmas they said and whatever said in the Bhakti Shastra, so based on all those things, and we shall expound. So here we is representing the entire Guru Parampara of path of devotion. And one more thing, this is the what we call wonderful way of communicating our great and glorified Guru Paramparas, the tradition. When we see Mahatmas, whenever they are communicating, imparting this kind of knowledge, they never say, I am going to teach you or I am going to impart this knowledge. No, they never use such kind of word. Because when it comes the I word, it sometimes it may show the ego. So when we use we word, that ego will be dissolved. I am not important. This is not my own experience. This is not my own opinion. Guru Parampara. From them, whatever we have learned, whatever we got it, by their grace, by their blessings, we are imparting this knowledge. So here, Vyakyasyamaha word is indicating that entire Guru Parampara and what you call that humility of the author, composer of these Bhakti Sutras. And some places we word used in Shastras, in Sanskrit, for expressing reverence, respect. In languages also we come across this one. Even in Hindi also, even when we are addressing one person, we address aap. We'll be using this word na aap, not tu or it's like that. So this word will be used to express that reverential feeling towards the person or Mahatma. So atato bhaktim vyakyasyamaha. Now thereafter we shall expound about devotion. Second sutra is explaining what is the meaning of art, what is the definition of devotion. Please repeat after me. Satvasmin parama prema rupa Satvasmin parama prema rupa Satvasmin parama prema rupa. Sa means that devotion. In Sanskrit, saha means he. Sa means she. Bhakti Shabda Bhakti word is Strilinga Shabda. That's why here Sa is indicating that devotion. Bhakti. Tvasmin word is there. We have to take that one. Tu plus asmin. Tu means but, one meaning. And another meaning of tu is indeed. When we want to differentiate one thing from another thing, these two words will be used in the Sanskrit, that vilakshana. When we are comparing, these two words will be used. Asmin parama prema rupa. Here asmin means in that. Here not in that, in this. Here in this means we have to take the meaning in Bhagavan, in the God. Parama prema rupa. Here we have to focus on parama prema. What is the difference between ordinary kind of prema and parama prema? We will see that. So here parama prema means supreme love. The form of supreme love towards Bhagavan is called bhakti. Satu asmin parama prema rupa. Here two word is indicating difference between ordinary kind of love. We can say love towards inferior kind of things or worldly kind of things and beings, and love towards supreme altar, love towards Bhagavan. So this two word is showing that difference and comparing these two things. What is the difference between ordinary kind of love and supreme love, and that too love towards Bhagavan and love towards worldly kind of things? All of us, we need love. Yes, no doubt about it. All of us, we express our love towards others. But only thing, when we are having love towards others and when we are expecting love from others, these things are having limitations. Yes. So many people, nowadays though it's too much we can say, extreme state we can say. So many people are facing so many problems and troubles because of this factor. Love. Person may be having so much wealth. Person may be having great name and fame. He may be having so many worldly kind of objects with him, comforts, and experiencing so many kinds of pleasures. But still, if he is not having, or if he is not receiving and getting love from others, that too from whom he is expecting, he will be the miserable person. Yes. In all human relationships, we are seeing this one. Person, he wants to get love and respect from others. Yes. But one thing we have to remember, worldly kind of love will not be permanent. How much we may try, this topic may be a little bit difficult to digest also, but please try to understand. If we want to understand what is supreme love, first we should know what is the inferior kind of love. All of us, we are experiencing in human relationships. Parents' love, children's love, and other relationships also we are seeing, friends and family members. But everywhere, because of something, person is having that love. Because of something. If person is having something, then we love that person. That may be anything, based on our lives. If that person is losing that one or lost that one, then love will not be sustained. Today, one person will be saying to another person, without you, I can't live. Can we call it a supreme love? Because he is saying so like that. But same person will say to the same person, with you, I can't live. Is it true or not? All these worldly kind of relationships constantly changing or not? Changing, of course. Without you, I can't live. With you, I can't live. Just leave me. Just leave me. Why person is saying like this? Because that love is having limitations. So here Parama Prema is infinite. It doesn't have any limitations, no limits. Parimitatva is not there because this love towards infinite supreme Bhagwan, it will never change. Bhagwan is always loving us, and our love towards Bhagwan also will be Parama Prema Swarupa. But only thing we have to understand, when we are in ignorant state, we will be focusing a lot to maintain this kind of love. We want to express love and we want to get love from worldly people. And we will be having love even, sometimes people will be having love towards their pets also. People will be loving more than people, objects also. Some people will be having such kind of feeling also. But all these kind of things are not going to give permanent happiness. So person always will be seeking that which is permanent and that which is giving permanent joy, happiness. So here it is said, Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa, having supreme devotion towards Bhagavan, having supreme love, the prema, towards Bhagavan is called Bhakti. So in this sutra, the intensity of love is expressed. What is Parama Prema? In simple terms, if we want to know, without that, if we cannot live, without that, if we cannot be peaceful. Here without that means we have to take without Bhagwan. Without Bhagwan, my life is nothing. Best example for Parama Prema is, with this you can understand very easily, best example is Gopikas. Vrindavana Gopikas. Their love is supreme love. Always Krishna, 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 Krishna. You might have heard all those Gopikas in earlier life, they were Rishi Munis. So having that supreme love towards Bhagwan, they prayed Bhagwan and they born as Gopikas and expressed their love, supreme love towards Bhagwan. So Parama Prema Rupa is called Bhakti. And not only this, that supreme love should be immortal also. So in third sutra it is said, please repeat after me. Amruta Swarupacha, Amruta Swarupacha. This devotion is immortal in nature. This nature of immortality is called devotion. So immortal means subject to perish, Mruta. Amruta means imperishable, that will never change. Our all worldly kinds of, we can say, feeling of emotions of love always will be changing. Here, love towards Bhagwan is not conditional. So unconditional love, not having any limitations, not because of something. So that supreme love is called devotion. These two terms you can remember. Worldly kind of love is because of something. That hetu will be removed, that love also will disappear. That may be any kind of relationship. The supreme love, in spite of, not because of, in spite of. Bhagwan, whether you will give boon or you will curse me, but I want you. I love you, Bhagwan. So generally people will be saying us when they are having extreme love towards their children like that, he is my pancha prana. Pancha prana equal to life, yes. The same feeling if we are having towards Bhagwan. If we ask the devotee, you want Bhagwan or your prana? Immediately, without second thought, if that person is saying, I want my Bhagwan, nothing else. Whether in this world I'm having something or not, whether I will be getting whatever I want or not, people, money, power, position, whatever may be the condition of all these things, whether I will get or lose, doesn't matter. I want Bhagwan, Bhagwan. But some people, they may think this is one kind of madness. It's like that. No. Already we have seen, we say, this is Shastra. It's not just kind of what you call, it's imagining something in the mind and not like that. It's wonderful kind of systematic way of explanation given about devotion in Shastra. So today we have discussed about Narada Maharshi. Who is Narada Maharshi? What is the greatness of Narada Maharshi? And what is the meaning of bhakti, devotion? We have seen what is the meaning of sutra. Then in the first sutra we have seen Athado Bhaktim Vyakyasyamaha. Now thereafter we shall expound the devotion. Then what is the devotion? It is said Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. Sa, the devotion is to Asmin Parama Prema Rupa, having supreme devotion unto Bhagwan is called bhakti. And that bhakti also is nature of immortality. It is not going to be ended. Bhagwan is always with us. And a few more points are there about this bhakti. Some places you may come across Sakama Bhakti and Nishkama Bhakti, Bheda Bhakti, Abheda Bhakti, even Tamasic, Rajasic, Sattvic kind of Bhakti also. So all these things are there in Bhakti. Yes, Bhakti only, but expressing in different ways. But what is the supreme devotion? We will come to know in other sutras also. And when we are having this devotion, what will be the benefit also is said in next sutra. We will see more of it in the next session, I think next Monday. I think. Now we will conclude here. If you are having any doubts, you are welcome. I will unmute all of you. You can ask. Let us pray Bhagwan. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, 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 Sharanam Mama. शरणं मम। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। Thanks for giving this opportunity to share this wonderful knowledge with all of you. Hari Om. Raskar. Around 40 of you are attending this session. Very happy to see all of you. Shall I unmute all of them at a time, or those who would like to ask something, for them only I can give choice? Rasgaru, please unmute yourself and give suggestion.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. And who is having a doubt, you can unmute them. They will ask the question. That is better, I think.
Yes, yes. Please, those who wants to say something, or if you ask something, please raise your hand. Rajaramji. Hari Om. Ushama and Rajaramji.
Hari Om, Hari Om. We had a wonderful session today. We really enjoyed the thing. I'm sure all our class members will be benefited.
Sometimes, because of that flow, I may enter into deeper meanings, and the Sanskrit also I might have used few words. Please, you can try to understand. Beginners, all of you, seniors, all of you might have heard these kind of thoughts many times, but how many times we may be listening and sharing, the joy will be there. We are talking about Bhagwan. So.
Every time we hear again, we get things are more clear and wonderful. Thank you. Very beautiful session. Really, everybody enjoyed the thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hari.
Suresh ji, he is raising his hand. Please unmute yourself. Hari Om ji. Suresh ji.
Hari Om, Swamini, Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Just a question which you, in the introduction you said the raga, towards the worldly objects is raga.
Yes.
Towards the guru is guru bhakti, towards Deva.
Yes.
The same way if I say to my parents or to the loved ones, is it kind of attachment or raga, or is it pitru bhakti, matra bhakti?
Yeah. Here we have to focus and understand what is exactly difference between attachment and devotion. That's why we have defined that devotion is the continuous thought flow of love towards higher altar. And today is first session, so we could not touch few points. In the next session, we are going to discuss about this exactly, what is the difference between raga and the devotion. This attachment will bind us. See, simply we can understand whether this is attachment or devotion based on 2-3 points. One is, if that love or relationship with that person is going to lead to the happiness, to the freedom. Here freedom means not worldly kind of freedom, ultimate kind of thing. So if it is not becoming bondage, then that is higher altar. Simple thing. And another thing, if in that one swartha means selfishness is there, in return if we want to get something, then that is going to create bondage, and that will be attachment only, raga only, not devotion. So in devotion we will rise. In attachment, we will fall. Simple thing. Don't mind us. So many of you are grihasthas. How you will take, I don't know. Please try to understand. No, sometimes in relationships, other person, he wants to what you call rule over us completely. They want to put in their control, and if that person wants to make one call, also he has to take permission from the other person. What kind of love that is? Don't mind. So many kinds of things. Why you have done like that? Where you have gone without informing me? It's so many kinds of not giving freedom to other person. In supreme love, we will rise. In inferior kind of love, we will fall. So attachment will bind us. Raga, extreme, that likeness, extreme kind of love towards inferior kind of things. But in devotion, person will dissolve his ego himself. And one more thing, you asked Matru and Pitru, that one, is it attachment or bhakti? See, this term you might have heard in scriptures also. Matru devo bhava, Pitru devo bhava, Acharya devo bhava. Have to consider parents and guru as devatas. Yes. So Matru bhakti, Pitru bhakti, Desha bhakti, Guru bhakti. I should not use other words. You may think another way, but it is not said dogs bhakti, cats bhakti. No, because people will be having love towards their pets also. Extreme love, but we cannot call it as dogs bhakti like that. Sunaka bhakti, we cannot use that word. No? Marjala bhakti, Sunaka bhakti, no. Love only, but towards what? We have to see here, we have to understand the basic point. One more, if we go into deep into this one, if we are having love towards infinite thing, we are going to become infinite. If we are having love towards finite, that may be thing or being, don't mind. Any person, any relationship, we are also going to be finite only. So that will be attachment. I hope you understand. But one more thing, all of us, we should have divine love towards everyone, because that infinite Lord is there in each and everyone. This is ultimate kind of thing. So all these points will come in our sessions. So any one of you wants to ask something, please. Most of them, they are not putting their video on. No, when we are continuously, daily we are conducting classes, no? Generally I will be saying, how I will come to know whether you are listening or sleeping or eating or watching TV, how I will come to So I should see. And one more thing, when you put video on, your attention level will be more. Is it true or not? Yes, no? All of you are elders only. Please try to understand. And when I will be seeing all of you, I feel so happy also. Right. Rising hands.
Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om. We enjoyed this class very nice.
Yes, it's late also. For you, it will be 7:30, I think, or 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. But for me,
10:30.
Just I'm unmuting all of you once. I'll say Hari Om to all of you. Then we will meet Rajgaru next Monday, or you can inform to all of them.
Next Monday.
You can unmute all of you yourself. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Voice now.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
After online class, our children also will be saying like this only at a time. Hari Om, Hari Om. Right, to give the opportunity to utter that word many times. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.